Good evening, everyone. I am off to a late start tonight. This is Donna Sharp with Owning Your Brilliance Live. This is the day 20 of the 21-day live challenge. I do apologize. We were expected to have a vision party this evening, Vivian and I, and we've decided that we're going to wait until. Hi, Requia. Thank you for joining. Hi, Patience. We've decided that we're going to wait to do the vision party. Kevin is going to do it as a whole and a group, and so that we can collectively do our vision boards together. And this actually will give us some time to gather all of our pictures and to gather all of our utensils that we need. Hello, Miss Yasmin. Thank you so much for joining. I was just speaking that we were expected to have our vision party tonight at 8:30 to 9. And I do apologize. We actually placed it on hold for a future date so that the entire team of Owning Your Brilliance will have a chance to do this collectively together, so that they can have some time to gather the items that they will need for this. Just please make sure that you have your vision boards that you decide you'd like to use. Just start shopping now for some items so that whenever it is done as a group, you'll be ready for that process. So have your colored pencils, your crayons, your glue stick. Make sure that you're methodically spending some time to cut things out that you specifically want to have on your board. I do have some goal setting ideas that I'd like to send out to the team in detail. It actually still covers the SMART goals that will assist you in organizing your board and putting your board together. One of the important things prior to doing a vision board is making sure that you have a goal, your goals set in mind. So you can just list them as you were listing them on a to-do list. Just write from top to bottom, prioritizing them as to what's most. Hello, Miss Kathy. Thank you so much for joining. Prioritize your goals of most importance first at the top of the list, on down as to what you will expect to see on your vision board. All right. So a goal without a plan is just a dream. I spoke about that last night. Basically, a dream is a dream, but when you attach a SMART goals to it, then it becomes tangible. So make sure that you're writing the goals down. Everything that it is that you're trying to aspire in the next upcoming months, put them in order of importance. So whatever you'd like to see for the next 30 days to transpire, the next quarter, the first quarter of the new year, make sure you're very methodical in writing down what those goals are very specifically, and make sure, as I mentioned, I've been mentioning all along, they have color, they have shape, they have character to them. So as you're writing these things down, you specifically know what it is that's most important on your list that you need to get out the door. While I didn't get a chance to really go into the whole dream board party tonight, I actually spent several hours organizing my own goals on paper, and also with someone that's going to help me specifically move and launch into my next step. So whatever that may be, just make sure that it is very specific, that you're writing it down. This chart that I have for you guys, it basically breaks down the SMART goals. I'm just going to read this to you because I think it's very important, okay? First of all, goal setting. Many people fall into their goals. The biggest problem is that they fail to have a plan. So you have a goal. Hello, Anthony. Thank you so much for joining. I'm a little late tonight. And hello, Ashley. I was just explaining that we were going to do our vision board party, but it's been put aside right now. We're going to do it as a collective Owning Your Brilliance live group, so that everyone will have a chance to build their board as we're doing this collectively as one. This is going to be super important. I'm just staying on the subject because I feel that whenever the new year arises, you will all have something specific that you're working on that's going to really work for the best, for your betterment. Okay, it's funny because the board that I have created, it's very interesting. I don't know if I can get to it. I'm going to try. The board that my dream board that I actually created is, hold on a second, I'm walking. I was just looking at the board and I thought, wow, there is one thing on here that I actually accomplished. And when we do the party, I know Kevin's going to be doing the event. He's going to be heading up the event, but I'll chime in with my little personal, attachments to what I think works well. But I'm going to turn this around because I want you to see one of the things that I aspired to do was to become a life coach. What type of coach? I wasn't sure. Okay. It wasn't until I attended Lisa Nichols' event. Actually, I'm going through one of her trainings right now that I recognized the type of coach that I needed to be. And she breaks down the 4 different types of coach. Immediately, transformational coach jumped out. Based on my years of experience and the things I've done in the whole health and wellness capacity, I recognize that this is not Yankee business. This is serious business. And what I'm in the process of teaching individuals as far as how to take care of themselves, spirit, mind, and body, is not a question of, are you going to do this? If they commit to do it with me, it's a question of, let's break this down into a timeline to see when it's going to get done. So, and it's not one of those things where I'm so passionate about this that if the person hems and haws, like, I don't know if this is something I want to do, this is going to require me taking more time off from work, or I may have to look at some more information when I get off from work. I don't want to hear those variables because hello, Miss Pat, thank you so much for joining. The process that I'll be taking this person through, I know it's going to transform their life. So it's a matter of them making a choice, yes or no. There's no maybes, because once you're on the train and you're going to get on that road and that journey to your success, I know it's going to transform their life. So I wanted to become a coach, but didn't know what kind of coach. But it's funny because I did this dream board, I did this vision board. It's probably been over a year now. And I'm going to show you what I have on here if you can see it. Now, you always see nice, funky lights in my establishment, and that's because that as a 3-level Qigong instructor and also a yoga professional and meditation professional, and these are the things I try to teach people. I'll let you know, if you don't already know, the red lighting that you're seeing in my location right now, it's a lighting for grounding. So if you're not grounded in the decisions that you're trying to make in the upcoming months, that's a great way to get grounded. So some people may look at the red light and say, "Ooh, that's kind of weird." I remember at my spa, I had blue light. It was like a real vivid blue light. And, I had people that came in and they would go, "This is very interesting." It's kind of the same blue light that you have on your hand, like if you're going to a party and they have a stamp on your hand to make sure you can come in and out of the event. And the only thing that allows that to show on your hand, the stamp, is that fluorescent blue light that they put over your hand, quite the same color. And so what the blue light is actually good for is children that are ADD and autistic. That lighting actually helps and does something to their mind, the whole processing of their brain. So lighting is key, and that's part of one of the many things that I've trained people on. So when you're seeing the red light around me, it's grounding me. There's other methods of grounding which is even better, but that's one of them. So if you're wondering, why does she always have that sexy mood going on? And they change different colors too, it came right on time for Christmas. But I'm going to turn this, actually I'm going to turn it the other way so I can see what you're seeing. All right, so do you notice what I have here for my vision board? All right, right here it says coach, right? Can you guys see that, yes or no? I know you're seeing my fancy lighting here. Let me see if I can change the color of the lighting. Okay, there. My light changes different moods. Did you notice that? That was pretty cool, right? Yes, you can see that. You see where it says coach, where am I? Right there, all right? I actually placed this on my board about a year or more ago. And a coach is what I actually am right now. If you notice, And I'm giving you a step above the rest here because when we do the party, I was going to show some of these things. But for those of you that are on right now, thank you so much, Raquel. I'm glad you can see that. And also Miss Kathy can see it, which is great. You see where I have the road there. Everything in my life right now is based on a journey that I'm taking my clients through. I'm taking them from point A, to point B, point C, and their eye is on the direction that they're going. So this is something that I put on here. My vision right now is, I had a spa before, and I'm looking for something on a whole different scale. And so my method is it's just absolutely amazing vision. I can't even go into it right now, but I need to have this type of atmosphere in and around my bed and breakfast location because of the work that I do with Qigong and how I teach people to ground themselves to the earth. You literally need to be barefoot inside this grass because your natural grounding comes from the earth. And so I need facilities in and around me that has this kind of environment. And if you can see there, you may or may not know, I do massages. My specialty is sports work. I do a lot of sports work on pro athletes and then some. I just have a gift of healing with my hands. As a matter of fact, I had someone ask me once, did I heat the oil up? Because my hand was so hot. So God has been using me for well over 11 years now to place my hands on people. So there's a whole different platform that he's taking me right now. That is pretty much the career side. Let's see what else I can show you. If you haven't read this book, you want to make sure you read that. Think and Grow Rich by Robert Kiyosaki. Excellent to add to your repertoire for your education. If you're not already doing so, you really need to be making sure that you're on a platform as far as reading several books that's going to pour more information into your life of just things that you thought you knew. Once you read these books, you will be taken to a whole nother level. Let's see what else I can show you on here. Work it, shake it, think and grow rich. All right, so let's see. Living life to the fullest. I had that on here. This is under my family section. Live life to the fullest, and I had a boat. Well, I've been on a few cruises. If you've been on my site, you'll notice that I'm acting and cutting up on the cruise ship. I mean, the cruise, they do everything for you. What a great atmosphere to be able to just be free, and especially if you're working continuously on a regular daily basis and it's time to let your hair down, which I don't let my hair down. I can't. It's short enough. So I have cruise on there, but I've been doing a cruise for the past 5 years as a massage therapist with a group on Royal Caribbean, and so that's where I was when you saw me, just having loads of fun. So I actually have a cruise ship on here, which I've been cruising. I'm just trying to show you some of the manifestations of some of the things that's happened in my life. I'm just looking to see what else I can show you here. Gratitude is attitude. And this is also giving you an idea of, when you do your board, what things to cut out of magazine. You can get business magazines, but you can also make sure you get personal magazines. Get different styles of magazine. Get home magazines, because that's where you're going to find your future home. Or you can just go onto a website and just plug in what it is that you're looking for to be inside of your house in terms of the room. This is how I'm thinking of mine anyway. I know there's certain rooms that I want into my house, and so I'm deliberately looking for how that home is going to be set up based on the rooms are going to determine the type of house that I'm going to have. What does this say here? This says, what I know for sure, our beliefs can move us forward in life, or they can hold us back. And I spoke on belief yesterday. If you don't have belief in your heart that what you have, those SMART goals that you have written down in detail is going to come to life, then you may have some delay in your manifestation. But you have to believe so much that you get goosebumps when you think about it, because this is what's going to propel you from that SMART goal level on to the next level of manifestation. Now, I don't know how many of you have taken the time to watch The Secret. I'm going to turn this back around. I don't know how many of you have taken the time to watch The Secret. Can you guys tell me in your chat if you had a chance to pull up The Secret on YouTube yet? If you haven't had a chance to pull up The Secret talks about manifestation. But if you're a believer, the one thing you'll understand is that The Secret basically is already doing what the Bible has been teaching us for years, but they put it in secular terms. So this is my interpretation of it. Everything in The Secret is basically what's written in the Bible. But it's talking to people from a secular standpoint to teach them that whatever you aspire to be, read the book. Awesome, Pat, Miss Pat, and Kathy. Yes, you've watched it. Whatever you aspire to be, if you don't make it painfully clear, it's not going to come to life. It can't be scattered in your mind. Like now, my brain is full. When I tell you full, and it's full in a good way because so many things right now are in alignment. I was just driving today and the number 22 hit me. And it's in alignment with what we're talking about. It's that the things that you most are dreaming about, they're coming to life. They're coming to life. So again, I'm so grateful for being a part of this group. A lot of things have transpired as a result. I had a chance to meet so many of you that I wouldn't have done otherwise. Yes, I met some of you at the conference, but I was able to make deeper connections. So as I was watching your live, I was in the moment I was just enjoying the dancing you guys were doing and just the entertainment and having a good time. And so I felt like I was right there with you. And so as a result, some of us have been connected on Facebook, and those are the people that I want. It's people like yourselves to connect with that are business minded and that we're all propelling in the same direction. So if you came on a little bit later, what I was basically mentioning is the whole goal tonight was basically to do a vision party so that you can do it right there from your home along with me. And I was going to guide you through the steps on what to do, what to purchase, what to have, how to lay things out, how to stage your supplies in your station before you even get started, and how to set your goals. Because before you even start your vision goals, I'm telling you right now, you really need to make sure that you have a list of all the goals and the things that you're trying to accomplish. You may come up with 10 to 15 goals because your mind is probably as full as mine is right now as far as all those wonderful things you're trying to do. But if you set up 10 or 15 things, that's perfectly fine. Just make sure that you prioritize it. Put the most important thing that's crucial in the next 30 days at the very top. And then come on down with the next important one, the next important, and so on and so forth. Because let me tell you, you guys are getting ready to move mountains. I hope that you're prepared for this. The one way that you're going to prepare for this is having a strategic plan of action in place, because you don't want to have all these success hit you and then you look around and go, oh my gosh, I am not prepared. What is going on? You know, quite like, I'll give you an example. I've had 2 clients already this week, 2 contacts this week, basically just ask me for my services. And it's just amazing. It's like, where, when, and how do I pay you? So be ready, because if you're not ready, you're going to be caught with your pants down. Be ready. Have your structure in place. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, if you're doing your coaching, make sure you have some kind of price point attached to it. If you don't already have some kind of merchant account, I can help you with all of that. As a business owner for the past 10 years with my spa, I can offer you suggestions, so feel free to message me individually. I'll be happy to provide you some suggestions. But be ready with your payment process. If someone says, I'm ready to pay you for an event, I'm trying to pay you $5,000, are you ready to accept that merchant payment? All right, so there's certain little simple things that you may think is simple, but it means a lot. And when you have that prepared, hello, Miss Vivian, thanks for joining. When you have that prepared, then you know that when the big thing starts to roll in, then there's no doubt in your mind that you won't be ready. All right, so this is a little bit shorter live than normal. I again apologize we didn't follow through on about 8:30 to 9 as mentioned, but I still wanted to make sure that I got on and just shared some of my expertise from different management standpoint, different spa standpoint that may assist you. I don't know what words are dropping in your spirit that's been helping you that I've been speaking about, but for whatever reason, God really has me staying and sticking to, your visualization process, your SMART goals, using your SMART goals to attach those dreams that you have. Use the SMART goals to bring those dreams to a tangible standpoint, because dreams are just dreams unless you do something with them. And also watching just very intently and just being very quiet and paying attention to all those small details, and just watch how these things are going to start manifesting one after the other. And you're going to wonder what is going on. I guarantee it, mark my word. I want you to just challenge yourself tonight before you go to bed. Put one, if not 1 to 3 things. Hello, Miss Sue. Thank you for watching. Put about 1 to 2 or 3 things on a sheet of paper, all right, that you want to see come to life in the next 30 days. Remember, make sure it's something that's realistic. Don't ask for a Lamborghini, all right, if you're driving a Yugo right now. Let's be realistic about this, okay? Whatever it is, put it on paper and just put it by your bed. Write a little SMART goal. Just do one thing. You can do 1 or 2 things. Put a little SMART goal right next to that one thing you want to manifest within the next 30 days. Write it down. Write it down. Make it very specific. We went over SMART goals yesterday, and if you didn't catch that, go back and watch the other segment. Write a SMART goal for that action that you want to take place in the next 30 days. And I'm just going to sit back and wait for you to message me and tell me that it manifested, because I know that it will. All right? Any questions you guys have for me while you're all on? Because I don't want to hold you. It's late. I'm sure you're in different states and areas, so it may be early for you or late, but it's about after midnight here in Florida. I really appreciate your attentiveness, all of you. I hope that some of the information I've been sharing has been of great help to you. And I'm looking forward to day 21 tomorrow of Owning Your Brilliance Live. But for me, it's not going to end here. I'm just telling you right now. Kevin can cut it off, but this is going to be a continuation for what I will be doing, because it's really made I've made great strides with this, and it's really propelling me into a whole nother direction. So, Miss Kathy, you're writing. Let's see. I'm writing my SMART goal now. Love it, Miss Kathy. Love it, love it, love it. Who else is writing their SMART goal before they go to bed tonight? Anyone? I'm just asking for one thing. Just write one thing down. I'm gonna make my way back over here, because I want to share something with you guys. Oh, I'm moving around a bit tonight, guys. Forgive me. Let's see. I want to share with you before I take you off the air here. All right. Now, just really quick, I want to cover this real quick, and then I'll let you go. There's different kinds of goals. We spoke about the SMART goals yesterday, right? And the SMART goal is best used for individuals. So we intently broke down the SMART. Miss Vivian, I have a new note for our list. Okay. I think I understand. Okay, and then you don't necessarily need this right now, but if you have small children, then yes, there's a child goal setting worksheet that's best for children. So there's a goals worksheet just specifically for children. And then there is a simple goal worksheet. Well, that's probably the same thing. So goal execution worksheet is best for multiple goals with multiple steps. So there's a goal setting, goal execution worksheet that's similar to the one that I spoke about, but it's if you're writing more than one goal. All right. So before we do the vision boards, I'm just prepping you. Make sure you have this information. You want to write down, what is your goal? Okay. Write it out. What is your goal? What is it you're trying to do? Why is your goal important? Why is it important? You have to have a strong why. So whatever that goal is that you're setting, your why have to be very, very strong. Okay. If it's not some power going behind it as to why you're setting this goal, then you're probably going to just approach it in regular unleaded gas direction versus using premium gas to excel ahead, right? And then the third thing is list potential problems that might keep you from achieving these goals. You can set your goals, but remember, you're going to have distractions and you're going to have interferences. You're going to have, hello, Miss Linda, thank you for watching. You're going to have interferences when you set your goals. Deliberate things are going to happen because you're going to set your goals. You may have your workspace that you're working on your goals, and all of a sudden, all your children come running through the house, or your in-laws come in and say, listen, I have this party I want you to go to. Be very keen as to when things are a distraction for you, or if they came to assist you in your growth. All right, just remember, whoever it is that you're associating yourself with right now, if they're not deliberately adding to your goal setting process, just ask yourself. You're going to have invites to a whole lot of things, to phone calls, to conversations, to events. Just ask yourself, is this pertinent to the direction that I'm headed right now in my life? Because if it's not pertinent, you might want to put that off to the side and get back on track to that 30-day goal mark that you set. So remember, what is your goal? Why is it important? And list any potential problems that you might encounter so that you can approach those problems ahead of time and set your stage right so that you don't have those interferences. All right? Questions that you may have for me? No? Well, that's all I have tonight. I will be tuning in again tomorrow for some additional great things for you. It is the end of the 21 days, so I'll have something juicy for you tomorrow night. I definitely will, if not during the day, because I may be able to do one during the day tomorrow. We'll see. But outside of that, again, I really appreciate all of you, and I hope that what I've been speaking about has been poured into your life, one way, shape, or form. And I'm so happy, and not happy, but I'm very joyful to be a part of this family because you guys have definitely been inspiring me with your words of wisdom as I watch you live as well. So thank you so much, guys, for joining. Again, my name is Donna Sharp. This is day 20 of the 21-day life challenge with Own Your Brilliance. Have a sweet sleep tonight, and write that goal down before you go to bed, because the time that you most remember things or a lot of vision and clarity comes to you is just before you fall asleep and just before you wake up in the wee morning of the hours. So have your goal written out right next to you, and if you are summoned out of your sleep tonight, there's a reason for that. Make sure you turn over, write it down, because there's a reason why you're being touched at 3 in the morning or 4 o'clock. All right? Thanks again, guys. Love you. Mwah.